you know, the real reason why I make these videos is to share some of my life lessons with you all, and maybe you might be able to learn some vital lessons from them. If this didn't happen to me personally, I would have thought to myself, nah, what a joke. That can't happen. What a childish phenomenon. But trust me, today's topic is very real and it's happening amongst us. Friendships that block other friendships from happening, either out of jealousy, malice, envy, or you name it. Have you ever thought of the fact that people meet people through people? It's the way the world works. Unless you're so isolated on a desert or something, then you won't come across anybody. But otherwise, you're likely to meet someone through someone that knows someone. And that's how we're all destined to meet. But some people want to act as blockers for certain encounters not to happen because of their own vested interest, or maybe even the fear of losing their friends. If I wasn't on this planet to learn lessons, I would have said, no, that's impossible. Why would you want to block two people from meeting? But yes, we're here on this earth and it's happening more often than I could even believe it myself. Whenever I meet up with my group of friends, I try to trace how our friendship came about, and I realize we're all connected by invisible threads that somehow miraculously brought us all together. And it's not by chance. How this one met this one at this one's wedding, and this one and that one were both pregnant at the same time, and this one went to the same university with this one, and this one's wife works with this one, and this one is that one's neighbor. And it's one big, thick, giant thread that we can't even see, that wasn't really down to us except for us to show up and meet. But these connections are purely visible for those who want to see that it's never by chance and that you're all destined to meet one way or the other. Me and you in the same space with 9 billions of people on the planet, and we both walked into the room together at the exact same time and got introduced and said hello to each other and decided we're going to be friends. These naive encounters actually mean more than we can even imagine. And it's meant specifically for us to experience together, to learn lessons together, for our worlds to collide beautifully or otherwise. You will learn something, blessing or lessons. You never know what you're going to get with certain friendships. So sometimes it baffles me when I see friendships that want to block other friendships from happening. And what do I mean by that? Both of us are friends right now. And then somehow another friend of mine comes into the picture and meets this friend of mine. And they both start getting closer to each other. And then suddenly that doesn't sit well with me. She's my friend. How dare you come and get close to my friend? Are you a friend snatcher? That in fact, you both are now besties and it looks like I'm being shoved out of the picture. Really? These things exist? People not wanting people to meet or get close to each other for fear of being exempted from the picture? How low can you go with your self-esteem to feel this way? Friends blocking other friendships from happening because of jealousy, of envy, or just I don't know what they do that for, I'm sure you've experienced people like this in your life. They don't verbally say, oh, I don't want you to be friends with my friend, but their entire demeanor and their state of mind, and it just oozes it. I experienced this some time ago, and it made me realize that many people are actually deluded in thinking that they can determine the outcome of events in other people's lives. You imagine that you're the one in control, making these connections happen, not realizing that those who are destined to meet will meet, and you cannot stop it. If anything, you should joyfully introduce people to each other, not knowing where the friendship will lead, not knowing if you will be the catalyst that changes the lives of two people when they eventually find themselves. To say that I don't want them to meet for my own selfish reason, it's like the sky saying, I don't want the sun to shine on anybody except me. And then the sea says, I don't want the waves to move back and forth. I don't even want the water coming to the shore for anyone to enjoy. It needs to stay in the ocean. That is greedy, selfish, and uncalled for. You cannot control outcomes, not even when it comes to friendships. Everyone that I've ever met in my life or gotten close to was introduced to me one way or the other by other people. And other people met other people. People meet people through people and through circumstances that bring them all together. Acting as a blocker for what will eventually be and for whatever selfish reason that you have only shows your human weakness, which you must try to work on because it's your problem. Let people be. Let people meet who they want to meet. Let beautiful friendships unfold. Be proud of yourself to have been the conduit for it. That may have been the only role demanded of you at that time. Take your selfish ego out of it and the world will be a better, peaceful place for us all. So until next time, let me take this moment to appreciate my friends, whom I met through friends, friends of friends, and friends of friends of friends. I love and appreciate you all. Bye for now.